Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I will go through my sales for the past month and I will show you what I've been able to sell and what you can also try to farm or craft in order to make a lot of gold in patch 10.0.5. So I feel like making some of these videos sometimes is pretty important when you are a gold making channel on YouTube, because like that I can show you that I am actually able to sell a lot of these different items that I'm talking about in some of my videos. And also again, it's kind of just something that can guarantee you that I'm not a fraud and not just talking about things that I don't really know, and then in the end I'm not able to make some gold. So I'm gonna go through each of my characters on all the different realms I play on, and then at the end I will show you exactly the amount of gold I got and the amount of profit I was able to make. So on my main realm, where I'm playing with some of the characters you see in all my videos, I have 235 auctions worth 2.4 million gold, so it's really not too bad. So of course this is only the first 100 auctions. So here, as you can see, I have a lot of all these different materials from Shadowlands and from Warriors of Draenor. I flipped a lot of these items before the release of patch 10.0.5. Then I have a lot of over items, so for instance all the different items you can craft with the professions in Shadowlands, the legendaries, then a lot of these plants, as I explained in all my different videos, and then really a lot of random things. So this is mostly, again, things that I've crafted or that I farmed. Here, for instance, I flipped some of these PoEs from the Vault of the Incarnate raid. These ones are really great, whether it's normal or heroic. And then after that, I have like some of these lattices that I flipped just before the end of Shadowlands. So I've been able to sell them for a profit, but not as much as I was expecting. And yeah, then again, that's pretty much it for the first 100 auctions. So let me get it. So now for the next 100 auctions, I have 1.6 million gold worth of items. So here, for instance, I have some interesting cosmetic items. For instance, the replica Dark Mantle boots is from the Darkmoon Fair, and these two blades are from Shadowlands, from Zeret Mortis. And then, as you can see, a lot of all these different ore, again, from Warriors of Draenor and everything. I have one PoE here from the Tomb of Sargeras raid, then more plants and everything. But overall, it's pretty similar. I have one pet as well here, TCG, the Tusker Kite, and then two more BOEs from the Vault of the Incarnate raid. And finally, for the last 59 auctions, I have 963,000 gold. Here, as you can see, some of them are expiring very soon. And again, this is mainly all the different Shadowlands crafted legendaries and then some more materials. So nothing too crazy to mention right here. Then on this other character, as you can see, I have 1,100,000 gold for 82 auctions. So on this one, I'm mostly selling transmog items and mounts and toys and all these different things. So as you can see here, we have a couple of mounts. We have the Swift Lovebird just here. Then we have the Mechano Hog right here. And then I have like a few more, I believe. Then we have like quite a lot of these different transmogs. So for instance, here you have this one. You can craft it with blacksmithing in the Burning Crusade. Same here. Then as you can see, we have some items from the Island Expeditions. Another mount just here. Another Island Expedition item, then some more items that I crafted. All these different cosmetics are always really good. Here we have one of the shoulder cosmetics from Cortia. These are also pretty good. And then I have another mount right here. And then as you can see, it's mostly like some small sales. Then I have one really good item from Tomb of Sargeras. Again, this is one of the BOEs. Then I have other items that are pretty interesting, but overall, yeah, mostly like some small sales, still pretty nice, and it adds up a little bit to the final amount of gold I'm making on this realm. And then on my priests, as you can see, I have around 300k gold, and mostly it's gonna be all these green BOEs that you can craft, all these green PvP BOEs. So these are always good, especially the ring, the cloak, and the different trinkets. So definitely something you might want to invest in. It's still interesting on many realms. And then there isn't really a lot of interesting other items to mention. Maybe like a few Darkmoon decks here and there. But otherwise, that's pretty much it on this character. And then as you can see, I have like a few more of these BOEs from the Vault of the Incarnate, and as you can see, they were almost going to expire. So it's an additional 400k gold, which is pretty nice as well. So in total on this realm for the past month, as you can see, I made 4,340k gold in profits, which is pretty good. In total I got 7,600k gold and I spent 3,300k gold. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied, even if it's not crazy, it's still a good amount of gold. Now let's go on Kazakh, which is again one of the biggest realm on the European region. And here, as you can see, I was able to sell for 6,700,000 gold worth of items, and these items are mostly some mythic BOEs from the Vault of the Incarnate raid. So here I think it's really important to mention that if you want to sell some of these big ticket BOEs and items that people can use in the current raid, what I would always recommend you to do is to go on some of these big realms, because this is really where you will find the most people who are willing to spend a lot of gold on these items, and like that you will most of the time be able to sell it faster and for a better price. And for instance, this one is a really good example. I was able to buy it for 1 million gold on one realm, and what I did is I simply then paid for a character transfer. Again, it costs on average 300,000 gold, and I transferred it back on Kazakh, and as you can see, I was then able to sell it for 2,164,000 gold. So even with the character transfer, in total it was 1,300,000 gold, and so I was still able to make around like 600,000-700,000 gold of profit. And if I just left this item on this other realm, most likely I would have still not been able to sell it, and by now the value would have probably dropped a lot. So very important if you want to sell these big ticket items. So here I have this one. As I mentioned, I was able to sell it for quite a lot of gold, and then these ones I actually lost some gold, because unfortunately I bought this one for 2,500,000, and as you can see, I was only able to sell it for 2,100,000 gold. So as you can see on Kazakh, I was able to like make 6,700,000 gold of profits, and I have a second character where I'm also selling other things on this film. So let's go on this character. So still on Kazakh, as you can see, I also was able to make 1,270,000 gold on this character, and on this one I'm mostly only buying and reselling all these different plants and recipes, and in some cases you can really make a lot of gold. For instance here, this one, as you can see, the formula for the Primal Mastery, this one I bought it for only 180k gold, and one day later I sold it for 330,000 gold. So sometimes you can really find some really interesting items and you can make a lot of gold. I just released a video on that specific topic, so if you want to learn a little bit more on how to identify good items that you can invest in and the bad ones, I definitely would encourage you to watch it. So let's get through quickly everything I've been able to sell. So as you can see, I have a lot of these Black Dragon Touched Hammer, a lot of these different formula for the different illusions. These are always good. Some of the Fated Fortune Cookie, as you can see, I even sold one for 50k gold. And then some of these lovely red dresses. Again, these ones are extremely good, and if I'm not mistaken, I really bought them for only 40k gold each, so a really good flip as well. And then as you can see, it's just a little bit more of these illusions, some of these allied patterns from the Vault of the Incarnate Raids, and that's pretty much it. So let me gather everything, and then we'll see how much gold I've been able to make in terms of profit, because again, here I'm only buying and reselling things. And so in total, based on TSM, as you can see, I spent 436,000 gold and I was able to make 1,600,000. So in total, it's 1,200,000 of profit. So if I addition that to the other character, it's 7,900,000 gold, and it doesn't show here because it's two different accounts. So unfortunately, TSM doesn't take into consideration the other account. But yeah, in total, on Kazakh, I was able to make 7,900,000 gold in profits. So now let's go on Argent Dawn, where I'm selling basically all the different cosmetics and transmog items, because this is a role-playing realm, and so this is where you will have the most chance at selling all these different items for a really good price. Again, very similar to Kazakh. If you want to start and making a lot of gold on all these different cosmetic and transmog items, role-playing realms are definitely going to be great, because you have a lot of people who are interested in buying all these different items. So I already went through everything a few days ago. You can watch this video as well, but here I'm just going to highlight some of the best items I've been able to sell. So for instance, here you have two of the formal dengue. This is a cosmetic item, and this one is very difficult to get because basically you can buy it from a vendor in Moonglade, but it only appears once every 4 months, and as soon as someone buys it, then the item disappears, and so you cannot buy it anymore. So it's very difficult to get, and as you can see, I sold two of them for 1 million gold each, and I bought them for 150k gold each on another realm, and so that's a really good profit. Then of course I have a lot of all the different items that I crafted. So here for instance you have the different monocles. These were not cosmetic items before patch 10.0.5, but they now are, and so this is why a lot of people are now buying them. So as you can see, I sold 6 of these ruby monocle for 125,000 gold, and then these ones for 113,000 gold. Then you have of course the rhinestone sunglasses. These ones are really nice as well. So these ones I sold 38 of them for in total 583,000 gold. Then of course one of my top selling items is the High Society top hat. So this one again was not a cosmetic before patch 10.0.5, but this is no cosmetic, so definitely a lot of people are purchasing these items. And as you can see, I sold 95 of them in 1 month, and it's on average for total it's 1,848,000 gold. So really good overall. Then of course I sold a lot of other type of items. So for instance you have all these different lovely dresses. Here as you can see I sold 4 of them for 125,000 gold on average. Some of these black tuxedo pants really good as well. I bought them for only 2,000 gold on some realms, and as you can see I'm selling a lot of these. So these are really good and definitely something again you want to invest in if you ever find them on your auction house. Then I also sold like a few plants that I flipped, so the plants for the Black Dragon Touch Hammer. As you can see, I bought 10 of them for an average 48,000 gold and sold them all for on average 150,000 gold. So I invested like 487 and I made 1,344,000 and I still have one to sell. So really, this is also a really good item to invest in, and you can make so much gold on any type of realm with these different plants. I also sold one of the BOEs from the Vault of the Incarnate's Raid, and this one is in heroic mode, and as you can see I sold it for 450,000 gold. This one is very interesting because keep in mind this is a unique appearance, and basically the only other way to get this appearance is through the raid when you are a Death Knight. So if for instance a warrior or a paladin wants to get this appearance, they will need to use this BOE. And so this is why a lot of people will still buy them even after the end of the Vault of the Incarnate's Raid. And so this is why if you find some for a very cheap price on your realm, you should definitely invest in them, because they will remain relevant even after the end of the expansion. And after that, of course, I just have like a few random items a little bit everywhere. But these are really the most interesting items I've been able to sell. Also some of these red dinner suits and all the dinner suits, these ones always sell really well. And again, you can sometimes find some for a very cheap price on the auction house. And then I also was able to sell yesterday one of the Glazer. This is a really good weapon, a really good transmog weapon. I bought it for only 350,000 gold, sold it back for 750. And then as you can see, some of these cosmetic items, including of course the black tuxedo pants, one of the shoulders from Korthia from Shadowlands, and yeah, so really good overall. Let me get everything and let's see in total what is the profit on this realm. So here, as you can see, I was able to make 8,786,000 gold, which is really good. I spent 1,273,000. Then let's move to Draenor. So I think Draenor is the most populated European realm. And here again, what I'm mostly doing is simply buying items and then reselling them back. And I'm really trying to focus on all these different recipes and plants. So as you can see here, I also got some really good sales on some of these plants for the Black Dragon Touch Hammer, some of these illusions as well. Then I even was able to buy some of these green recipes and plants, the PvP ones, and as you can see, sometimes you can really make a lot of good profit. And then I really have all type of things. I was also very happy to test all these different techniques and everything, because these ones are so cheap and you can really sometimes make a lot of gold. So I bought them for maybe 50 gold or something like that. And I was able to, as you can see, sell them back for then sometimes 29,000 gold, which is really nice. Then I was also able to flip one of these formula for the Primal Mastery, as you can see here. And this one I bought it for 187,000 gold and sold it for 100k profit. And then as you can see, I have like some cooking and some other plants and recipes, but really anything from Dragonflight can be a good flip, and sometimes you can really make a lot of gold by flipping some of these items. For instance, this one here, the schematic for the Old Smoky from the Vault of the Incarnate Raid. As you can see, I sold it for 100k gold and I bought it for 12,000 gold. So now let me take everything and then let's see how much profit I've been able to make, because again, this is a realm where I'm buying a lot of things and then reselling, so you always have a cost. But in general, I'm making at least 60-70% of profit on most of these items. So this is why usually I'm making a lot of gold by selling all of these. And as you can see here, I have in total spent 1,500,000 gold and I have 1,500,000 gold of profits, which is really good. And as you can see, I also have still a lot of these items that I will be able to resell. But really some of them are extremely good. Again here, the Black Dragon Touch Hammer, bought them on average for 59,000 gold and sold them back for 122. So if you want to make a lot of profit, as you can see, this is the item you can invest in, and again, it works on any type of realm. Then on this realm, I was able to sell for 349,000 gold worth of items, so nothing really crazy. As you can see, I have one Eric PoE from the Vault of the Incarnate Raid, some Illusions Primal Mastery, and then some of the formulas that again I flipped, and a few of these cosmetic items, but nothing crazy here. Then on this one, as you can see, I have sold for up to 1,435,000 gold, so this is really good. I have some of the Darkwind decks that you can craft on any of your characters, really easy. Some of the BOEs, so for instance this ring, I bought it for, as you can see, only 250,000 gold and then sold it back for 569,000 gold, so a big profit on this one. And then some of the dresses, as always, some of the Illusions Primal Masteries, so really all these items are always great, they always sell. And then again, a lot of these different recipes that are also flipped. And so in total, in terms of profits, I was able to make 1.7 million in profit, so really good. Then on this realm, I have 457,000 gold, again some of the lovely dresses, the Primal Illusion, the plants for the Black Dragon Touch Hammer, always great. The Darkwind decks, again very easy to craft, and then of course some of the plants and recipes that I flipped. So a nice little profit and nothing too crazy here. Then on this realm, I've been able to sell for up to 1.5 million worth of items. So here again, I have the usuals, the Black Dragon Touch Hammer plants, the rhinestones and glasses, and all these other top hats and monocles. And then I have like a few interesting recipes that I've been able to sell as well. So as you can see, for instance, this one is really good. I bought it, I think, for 50k gold, so a really good margin on this one as well. But so here, as you can see, I actually lost 946,000 gold, because even though I made 2,700,000 gold in sales, I spent 3,700,000 gold in items. For instance, I bought some of these BOEs that then I transferred on another realm. And so here I definitely lost a lot of gold. But again, sometimes that happens, and also keep in mind I bought some items that then I transferred somewhere else, so of course it's going to impact the value on this realm. So I'm just going to remove 946,000 gold from the total profit. Then on this realm I have 827,000 gold worth of items. So as you can see, again, a lot of these recipes. These are some heroic BOEs from the Vault of the Incarnate Raids. And then I have some really good flips that I did with all these different techniques. So as you can see, I was able to sell some of them for a really, really good price when I bought them for a really low value. Like most of them are around 50 to 1,000 gold. So definitely good. And this is, again, always something that works on most realms. But here, other than that, that's pretty much it. So let me get everything. Then on this realm, I was able to sell 1.4 million worth of items. So here I have a lot of these different illusions that I'm crafting. I then have all the different Darkmoon decks. Again, sometimes you can really make a lot of gold. Some of the plants for the Black Dragon Touch Hammer, as always, and then a couple of other interesting recipes and plants and everything. And I was also able to flip this design, the elemental area, from 350 to 450, so a good 100k profit. And on the same realm, I also have a character where I'm selling all the different transmog and cosmetic items. So here again, a lot of the different top hats. I also was able to craft some of the fair steel long blades. And then I have like a few other items, but overall, as you can see, it's mostly going to be transmog and cosmetics, and of course the different legendaries from Shadowlands. So in total, 816. Let me gather all of that, and then let's see what is the total profit for this realm based on the sales on my two characters. And so in total, as you can see, I was able to make 1,266,000 gold in profit because I spent 927,000 gold mostly to craft all these different illusions. And also, as you can see, for instance, here the design that I bought for 350,000 gold and a couple of other items that I still need to sell. So definitely this is something I'll be able to make more gold with in the next month. But for now, this is the total profit I've been able to make. Then on this realm, again, I'm selling all the different cosmetic and everything, and this time I was able to make 512,000 gold, so really good. And this is the type of realms where I don't have almost like any cost because I'm just transferring items that I'm then selling. So here it should only be profit, but let's just check just in case. And then on this other realm, again, a few of these items here, two top hats for 85,000 gold each, one of the strange groups, and then a few more interesting items, but nothing too crazy here. So in total, I was able to make 28.2 million gold in profit across all my different realms. Of course, as I mentioned, I need to first remove 946,000 gold from this realm where I bought some of the BOEs and everything that I then resold on Kazakh. And also, in total, I probably did 8 of the different character transfers. And as I mentioned, each time it's around 300,000 gold per character transfer because basically, if you go here, you can buy the bundle for 80 bucks. And basically, one WoW token is equal to one character transfer. So if I calculate everything, it means that I need to also remove 2.4 million from the total, and so at the end I'm at basically 24.8 million in profit, which is still really good. And keep in mind, I transferred thousands of items, so all the different character transfer that I spent some gold on, I will be able to still make a lot of money from these character transfers all year long. So I really hope this video will help you to again get a good idea of what type of items I'm selling and how I'm able to make some gold in patch 10.0.5. As you can see, I'm not doing anything with the professions from Dragonflight because I think this is really bad and the system is something I really don't like. And again, if you are interested in learning more about some of the topics I talked about in today's video, such as for instance the cosmetics or flipping patterns and recipes and everything, or any type of other farms, normally I made some videos about all these different things, and so I would definitely encourage you to watch these videos, and like that, hopefully you will be able to also make some sales with all these different items. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great weekend. Bye!